What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Colorado Native Outdoors. It is 4:40 in the morning of opening day. We're sitting at the gas station right now, so we're gonna get gas, get something to drink, and we're going to head on our way up, and I will see you guys when we get there. What's up, guys? So we're not exactly to the spot that I want to be, where the cameras are, but driving through, I happen to have one bar of service right at the right time, and my stepdad called me asking if I got his message, and apparently they're not that far ahead of me. I never ran into him at the gas station or anything this morning, but regardless, he asked if I got their message. I said no. Why? And like I said, when he called me, they're only maybe 2 minutes ahead of me. But they had a bear run out right in front of the road, right in front of them, where I'm sitting right now, actually. But it is only 5:20, and sunrise isn't until 6:30, so we're gonna be waiting here for a while. Because I don't know exactly where the bear's at. It's still too dark to even start glassing or anything like that. And without knowing exactly where he's at, I'm not going to start walking up this hill. So I think what we're just going to do is just sit here for a bit, wait for light to come through, start glassing this hill that's to my right, and hopefully we'll see a bear. And hopefully we'll be able to put a stalk on this bear. He didn't say how big it was, but regardless, it's a legal bear. So we're gonna be sitting here a while. That's, yeah, bad thing. Part of me wants to just go ahead and say screw it and go to where the cameras are, but part of me also just wants to stay here because I know there's a bear right here. I don't know. If I change my mind, I'll let you guys know. If not, I will see you guys in an hour when the sun starts to come up. So, see y'all then. Alright, so I figured I'd let you guys know that I decided that I'm just going to stay right here where I know there's a bear. And it's, let's see, what time is it now? It's 5:50. Light is starting to show a little bit, but it's still too dark to really see anything still. I can see the hillside now, but to find a black object when it's still fairly dark out, kind of no point in even trying to glass. So regardless, I figured I'd just let you guys know that I chose to stay here instead of going over to where the cameras are at. So we're gonna give it another legal shooting hours. Should it be about 6:15, 6:20ish, around that time frame, but should be another probably 10 minutes, maybe 15, and I'll be able to see this hillside a whole lot better. And I'll talk to you guys then. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. So it's legal shooting hours now. Lighting still, for you guys, it's still really bad. I know the camera's not really, you can't really see me all that well on the camera right now, but I'm sitting here. I turned around. I'm still in the car, but I'm sitting here and I'm glassing this hillside, and now that it's legal shooting hours, I haven't seen the bear yet, but I figured I have a predator call. That I'm thinking about blowing a few times just to see if I can get either him or her, whatever it is, to kind of poke out maybe. Because it calls a jackrabbit in distress. But, and it's a mouth call at that, because here in Colorado, electronic calls are illegal for big game hunting. So I figured might I'm not entirely sure what I'm looking at. I don't know if it's just a shadow underneath the oak brush or if it's a bear, but I'm not seeing any movement. But if it's a shadow, it is a very dark shadow. But nonetheless, I'm gonna blow this predator call probably a few times. See if it'll get its attention. It's been a while since I've called with this call, so hopefully I don't botch the hell out of this thing. Now that that's done, I'm gonna sit here and glass for a little bit longer, and I'll keep you guys updated. Alrighty guys, so I decided to change plans, and I waited around for a little bit to see if I could find that bear that was ran out in front of my stepdad and my brother, but I never could find him. But I mean, good possibility he already topped over and went on private. I'm not saying he's not there, I just don't know where he's at, so I decided to come to where the cameras are at and look around here. I'm gonna walk up and go check the cameras. I'm not gonna film it or anything, unless there is a bear over there or on the camera, and then I'll film that. But other than that, we're gonna walk up here and start, looking around and everything. So we'll see you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so there wasn't anything on the cameras, so I went ahead and took them out. One of them might actually be dead. I don't know. There's a brown one, the one that was off the other day. Let me turn it on, but there was no pictures on it at all. And this one only had like 4 videos, but you couldn't see anything, so I took them down. But I'm gonna make my way up top, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Fucking shit, dude. I don't know if you guys can see it at all. Probably not. Where these 3 trees are right in front of me. 1, 2, and 3. The small, well, not the smallest one, but the 2 pine trees further south, side by side. The one to the right, there's a deer just staring at me way up the hill behind it. Ah, there she goes. I just happened to catch some movement while I stopped here looking. I wasn't looking through binoculars. And got excited for a second, thinking it was maybe a tan brown bear or some shit, but no. 'Tis just a deer. Either way. First wildlife of the opening day. Just the wrong species. So, we're going to continue walking up this road right here and see what we see from there. Holy shit. This road's a whole lot steeper than I thought it would be. Oh. Damn. Bad thing is, looking on Onyx, from where the cameras were at, all the way up this, to the top, very top, said it was about a mile, but it's a mile straight uphill pretty much. So I got a workout for me this morning. Whew, man, oh man. Holy crap. Oh man, I'll tell you what, as much as I want to find a bear, I really hope there's not one down in that crap. That would be a bitch to get it out of there. I haven't seen anything move. Oak rush, nothing. But I'll tell you what. That's a real nice view. And I'll tell you what again. If I was a bear, all of that is what I originally wanted to glass. I just happened to find that cliffside in the process. But over there is where that deer was, somewhere on that side. But there's still a whole lot of oak brush over there. So I wasn't recording because the camera battery died. But been sitting here for a few minutes now. And I don't know what it was, but there's a sound that came from down the hill, and the best way I can describe it is it sounded like a doe, like blowing at you, but it also sounded like a bear coughing. But it only did it twice. And I haven't heard it since, but wherever it's at, it's like at the bottom of this road somewhere. I can't really see the bottom, but as far as I can see the road, somewhere around there. From there down over here somewhere, I don't know. But I'm gonna hang out right here for a minute and see if I see anything come out or if I hear it again. Because it was a weird sound. I don't know what the hell it was. I've never heard it before. Whatever it was. But I'll keep you guys updated. So I'm hoping whatever the sound I heard was a bear. And I'm hoping I'll see it either down here in this small little opening of trees at the bottom or on this road. But now that I let out the predator call, I'm hoping one doesn't sneak up behind me. Shouldn't, but I wish whatever it was would make the goddamn sound again. Because it is a weird sound. It's like but kind of add like some scratchiness to that. So it's like not really a growl. I don't know. It was weird. It was like a blow, but it was real scraggly and scratchy, like a cough. I have no idea. It was weird. We might. Right now I'm just sitting on a stump, but I'm in the wide open, so I might move to a tree or something. Get a little bit more hunkered down and just sit and watch, but I don't know, because as far as I know, I could be just sitting here waiting for a freaking deer to show up or something, pop out. I don't know. I will say though, it's actually pretty cold up here this morning. I want to say it's maybe like 42 degrees. Something like that, I don't know. It's pretty nippy. So, I decided I'm just going to push on back down the road I'm gonna chamfer around on good old just in case, because you know, just in case if a bear does come busting out of these trees or the oak brush, I'm not gonna have enough time to draw back my fucking bow and fling an arrow, especially if the bastard's charging. So that's if that sound was a bear. I don't know. I still have no clue what it was. Ooh, shit. We're gonna walk on down. I will say the birds are awfully noisy this morning. Ooh, shit. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna ease our way down and listen. Yeah, like I said, I can't really pinpoint where that sound was coming from, but it's somewhere down this road somewhere. I don't know if it's right on the road, but down the road from us is where the sound was coming from. So we're going to stay on this old road where we can kind of walk a little bit quieter and pay attention and listen. Alright, we switched spots, kind of. Still on the same mountain with where the cameras were at, but we're on the far end of it now. Matter of fact, that hill right there is the hill that we were looking at over on that side. This is just a corner of it. Said screw it and drove up here. Honestly, didn't think the car would make it up in two-wheel drive because of how rocky the road is, but it did fine. Kind of impressed, not gonna lie. But anyways, we're gonna come walking over here to this power line where normally we will sit there and glass, and it's where we spot most of the bears when we're up here, is from this power line over here. So we're gonna make our way over there and do some glassing, see what we see. See y'all in a bit. I can't seem to get away from the goddamn deer. Right down there, there's a small little patch in the open. There's, I think, 2 deer sitting right there. Yeah, 2 deer. Ooh, shit. Better. Yeah, just right down there. Where all this oak brush is, and there's a small little gap. They're right there. Stupid. Don't even have a damn deer tag, and that's all I'm saying is a deer up here. Where are the bears, man? Granted, it's only 8:44, and it's already getting pretty freaking hot. I mean, the sun's up. Behind me, there's a bear. There's a bear. Holy shit. There's a bear. Fuck, I don't even know how we can get to him. Where's he at? Where's he at? Fuck, dude. I don't know if the camera picked him up, but straight ahead, there's a small patch of rocks right there next to that greenish tree. There's two trees right there and there. He was right between those. He just went into that middle piece of oak brush. I can still see him walking. He's right underneath that big, well, not really big, but that middle pine tree right there. There he goes. See if we can get his attention. I can't see him now. Where'd he go? He's still over there somewhere. I just don't know where. Last time I seen him, he was by that one single pine tree right there in the middle. I don't know if he's still underneath it, or if he's in that patch of oak brush now. Regardless, if he goes up, I'll still be able to see him somewhere. He doesn't really have much, a whole lot of cover right there. Dude, if I had a rifle tag, I can tell you right now, I would have been blasting at that bear. I have no idea where he's at, dude. About impeccable timing. Sitting there staring at a freaking deer, turn around and there's a fucking bear. Less than, that's probably, I want to say, let's see if I can get that on the rangefinder. Probably about 400 yards. Not even that. Right there. That lighter tree, colored tree, is 230 yards. Damn, dude. I'm gonna sit right here and I'm gonna watch for a bit, see if I can see him again. He has to be in that patch of oak brush right there in the middle. He hasn't gone up. if you would have. Yeah, there's a gap between the oak brush there, so we would have seen him come out of there. But I know when I hit the call, it got his attention because he stopped dead in his tracks. That is a big bear, dude. So I don't know how well the camera picked it up, or if you guys even seen it at all. But 100%, that was a fucking bear, dude. Now, it's everything to see him again. And figure out how we're going to get on him. My only thing is, like, maybe, I don't know, is somehow go up and around and get to those rocks right up there. I'm not sure. Trying to think, dude, trying to think. Oh no, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to come up with a game plan. And I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so, for you guys, update you guys. That bear is still in the middle of that oak brush right there between those two trees. Right there. He hasn't came out. Bad thing is, I have no way to get down this or around him without making a shit ton of noise through all this oak brush. There's absolutely no way. So, I was sitting here looking at onyx and all that. I want to get to those rocks right there. But I haven't seen him in a while. But I know he's still in there because I can see every opening. So, I have no idea where he's at, but he's still in that oak brush somewhere. So, what I was thinking was I'll probably just go back down to the road and come up the backside here, and I don't know if it's a road or a trail or something, but it shows something, you know, a path up there somewhere that will lead me basically just right above those rocks. So that's what I'm fixing to go do, because right here he doesn't seem interested in it. He's not interested at all in the predator call. I got his attention at first, but that's it. Other than that, he hasn't shown himself or anything. I'm not let out anymore. So yeah, we're gonna backtrack and see about getting around. If not, what time is it? It's 9:33. I did tell my buddy that I would go meet up with him around 9 o'clock because he has a deer tag. But there's a fucking bear over there. But it's going to take me about 30-40 minutes, probably, to get around all this shit. Maybe not even that much, probably about 20-30 minutes, but and that's if he doesn't leave when we leave, so kind of no telling on that one, bud. On next slide. There's not really a trail right here, but I mean there kind of is, but not very much. Regardless, we're gonna walk our way up here, and if it gets any thicker, then we're just going to back out and probably come back this evening and try to get on that bear then. But not really, I don't know. Like I said, he's in a weird spot to get to, so I'm having to backtrack just to try to hopefully get to him. If I can get within 190 yards, or 90 to 100 yards, something like that, then if it is alone, I'm going to let an arrow fly, but possibly. That's if I can't get any closer. But right now, this ain't looking too promising on getting to him, because I mean, it's just thick oak brush all the way through. Which makes it 10 times harder to be quiet. So I'm gonna keep pushing through, and I'll let you guys know from there. Well, I said I'm just going back off that bear. There's still really no way to get to him without making a bunch of noise with the oak brush. So we're just going back out, come back this evening. But I did find this. It's not very fresh at all, but it's somewhat fresh, you know, a few days old at least. The inside's still gushy. But the outside's all hard. But we're gonna make our way out of here and go meet up with my buddy. Go see if we can't help him help him get a deer, and then come back here this evening. So I'll see you guys when we get to my buddy. I just wanted to get on here and say, in all honesty, with the lack of sign we've seen before season and all that, I was not expecting to see a bear today at all. At all. But not only did we see a bear, we put a stalk on a bear. Hey, there's a deer. Oh, there's another. No, just one deer. Off topic. Either way. And that is a win in my book. You know, out of all the years I've bear hunted, this would be my, I don't know, I think my 5th tag I've ever had bear hunting, or bear hunt, or a bear tag. Yeah, I think it's my 5th or 4th tag I've ever had. I've only had one rifle, if I remember correctly, and the rest have all been archery. And I haven't had any chances at a bear. The only chance I've ever had was probably when I had a sow and 2 cubs come into my clearing and push me out of that clearing and follow me for about a mile. Pretty sure I've told that story in one of the videos. That's the closest I've ever been to potentially getting a bear with a bear tag, and I couldn't even shoot that bear because it was a sow with 2 cubs. But as for archery, I have never had any chances at a bear. And yeah, granted, we didn't really get a chance at that bear. The closest I was able to get was, I did finally get above those rocks where he was at. But even there was still about 100 yards, 110 yards maybe from that spot. And then I tried pushing up a little bit closer, but there was just no way I would have been able to get to him without him hearing us. You know, walking through all that oak brush, it was thick, man. It was thicker than a Snicker in that crap. So, regardless, that is a win, brother. That is a win. Now, we still have a month long. I'm hoping, like I said, if I go back this evening, I'm hoping we see that bear again, or at least another bear, and are able to get another stalk on it, and hopefully put it on the ground. I mean, that was a big ass bear. I went back and reviewed the footage and all that. You can't really see it on the camera, but I'm gonna try to zoom it in as much as I can to maybe see a little bit of it in this video, but no promises. So when we first spotted him, he was 235 yards away. If I had a rifle, man, I could have easily just one and done, smoked him. But I have an archery tag. So, like I said, we're heading to my buddy now. Got another about 5 minutes, 10 minutes, give or take. Go meet up with him, see what he wants to do. Then hopefully go get him his first archery deer. And maybe cook up some grub. That hike was actually, it wasn't a very long hike, it was just rough terrain. It was steep, man, real steep. All of it. From this morning walking up that old road to the ridge I climbed to try to get to that bear. Steeper than steep. So, either way, I will see you guys in a bit. Alright, so waiting on my buddy, but I figured perfect time to heat up some grub. Got a Mountain House chicken fried rice, and I also got the beef stew with me in the car, but the chicken fried rice sounds better right now. So we're gonna heat this bad boy up. What's this? Is that boil yet? Not quite. Maybe turn that up a bit. It's a little loud for you guys. God damn. But we're gonna sit here, wait for them, cook some grub, and just enjoy the landscape, man. So, talk to y'all in a bit. Alrighty, guys. I forgot my camera in the car, but hopped in my buddy's truck with him, and his old lady went to go help him find a deer. We seen 3 small bucks that he passed on, but we weren't even really looking for bears, and we both had bear tags. And not only did we see one, but we seen 2 bears in the exact same spot with each other. And at first, when I spotted the one, I was going to have him just kind of pull up a bit because we were driving. When I spotted him, I was going to have him pull up a bit, you know, pretend like we weren't going to stop, get out, anything like that, so I could get out and try stalking this bear. And as we were pulling forward more, a second bear was a goddamn magician and just appeared right in the road, or right off the road, literally like 2 feet right off the road. Just jumped up and just hauled ass to the other bear, and that's going to hurt every time. Thing about it is, these bears, they're with each other, but when we seen the second one, we decided not to go after them because we didn't know if it was 2 cubs, just really big cubs, still hanging around mom or not. but they were so far spread apart that after we left and all that, we were starting to think about it. We don't think it was 2 cubs with a mom still, because they shouldn't have been that spread apart. I think it was just 2 bears hanging out together or something, you know. Could have been twins that mom kicked away and now they're just still hanging out with each other or something. But they're real decent sized bears, and I'll upload a picture of them. Bad thing is even if I wanted to go after one of those bears, or if we wanted to go after those bears, is we had no cover at all. They were onto us from the start. Well, the first one was, and then the second one really was. Like I said, just in the wide ass open in some marshy shit. So I don't know. It's one of those things, like, I know they're there, and I know they're going to stay around that area, so we might poke around over there sometime this season. But like right now, I'm heading back down to the oak brush. To where I was sitting this morning, where my stepdad called me. See if I can't find that bear poking around or not. Because over where we seen the bear this morning, the dark gray cloud is telling me not to go over there. Because it looks like it's raining its ass off over there. So, we're just going to head on down to the bottom where my stepdad called me at this morning. See if we can't find that bear. Regardless, we've seen 3 bears in one day. And that's a real good sign. Real good sign. I just, wish I knew whether or not those bears were legal at the time, because if I knew whether or not those bears were legal, I would have 100% went after them. They went back into the trees, and the trees that they went into, it's some real rough terrain. It's every 2-3 feet you're stepping over deadfall or crawling underneath deadfall, one of the two. It's rough and very steep. But if I knew they were both legal bears at the time, I wouldn't have cared. I would have pursued after them. But either way, so we know they're still there somewhere. So it's a good thing to keep in mind is we got bears in 3 different spots now that we can go after. But I'm going to make my way on down the mountains, back down the oak brush, and I'll see you guys when I get there. Alrighty guys, so we're back down on the bottom where my stepdad called me at this morning. But all I'm doing is mainly just glassing, seeing if I see anything. But I've been here for about 20 minutes, I haven't seen anything. But I figured I'd let you guys know. Either way, we've seen 3 bears today, and I'm calling that a good day. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have better luck and maybe potentially get on a bear. Rephrase. Hopefully we'll be able to get on another bear, because we got on that one this morning, and I'm going to try to zoom that in as much as I can to where you guys can see the bear. But, that was a big ass bear, man. Big bear. So but I don't know if I can or not without making it super fuzzy and blurry and all that, but it is still pretty warm out. It's going on 5 o'clock. But honestly, I'm pretty worn out for the day, not gonna lie. And I mean, sunset is in 2 hours, but I'm gonna call it a day and head on home. And hopefully, like I said, hopefully we have better luck tomorrow. So with that being said, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and tune in for the next one. And we'll guys catch you guys later.